What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, good. Everything's good. So just want to get to know you a little bit more as an artist, get a little bit into your artistry. So what's like the first thing that really got you into music?
So, believe it or not, I've been doing music for maybe 10 years.
Oh wow.
So, I've been doing music since I was like in high school. And I recall like downloading the janky software and recording through my headphones. And it started off like just doing freestyles. And into my like early 20s, I had like some music, but it was like kind of scattered.
hmm
Um, Pandemic kind of pretty much motivated me to like put a project out. So I decided to compose like, my EP and kind of debut like what sound I really wanted to achieve.
hmm So like how was that process for you creating this For the Love of Nixx, right? EP. Yeah. So what was the process for that?
So it was like my experiences throughout life, like coming from the Bronx, going to school, what I experienced in college, like I talk about that, and most of the people that that helped me with the project, like my friend Just, he's another rapper. Um, like I talked about like what we went through as far as like not being able to eat, doing certain things in school that we weren't supposed to be
I
doing. I
know,
say,
bro, man. College life is crazy for real.
yeah. So I try to share that with everybody with this project, and I also try to like show people exactly what I'm capable of doing as far as music. So
Yeah. I was gonna say I listened to this project and it sounds like personal. At least the song Aquarius sounds very
yeah,
personal.
so I'll get into Aquarius. So Aquarius is like, you know, one of my first, I would say like official relationships that like very like kind of hurt me.
Mm.
And I put it in a song. Like whatever I write about is kind of what I experienced. So during that time, I was just like probably super emotional. And I was like, I'm gonna write this song. And I was like, I don't care if this particular person hears it or not. And like I got good, like when I started playing it, like for my friends or people I know, they were like, wow, this is like personal. And
Yeah.
but it's a bop. So I was like, yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Like I listened to it the first time and I was like, damn, this sounds this sounds super, super deep. I was like, I feel like I shouldn't be listening to this. I feel like this should be like a dive entry or something.
people get like fooled because it's like, oh, Aquarius, it is all about Aquarius, let's hear it. And then you're like, okay, I hate you. I hope that you don't make it. It's like,
Yeah, I was like, oh damn.
like I try to show some sort of originality, like as far as like the music. Like when you're feeling something, like you write it down or you talk about it, like which some people don't really speak about like regularly. I use the music to like feel that.
Yeah, because I mean, there's few songs out about like men getting hurt and such, but I felt like this one was just like super vulnerable.
Yeah, I kind of like put myself out there with that one.
I was like listening to him, I'm like, I wonder if he was crying in the booth. Like, I wonder, like, I wonder how he doing right now. You all right?
What you gonna call this track? Aquarius.
Oh, that's the one. That's the kind that they be dirty.
Yeah.
So, as far as the song Motion, what was the inspiration behind that song? I liked Motions a lot.
So Motions was during the time I was like practicing a lot of different things, like as far as religion and my eating.
Mm-hmm.
So like I saw a bit more clearer. So I was vegan at the time. Um, Motions was written probably like 2-3 years ago.
Oh.
It was a song that I really wanted to push to set the tone for me as an artist. So when I was going through the motions, it was just like, I'm working, I'm trying to pay this, I'm going to school. Like, it was like, you're just going through the motions, and like, there's no time to like really sit down, relax, and, you know, think about anything. You just have to keep going, keep going. So
Absolutely. I feel like that's something a lot of us can resonate with, because a lot of us are just on the grind, honestly, like
yeah,
just trying to keep up, keep your head above water, like they say.
right.
So I want,
Emotions came.
oh yeah, what were you saying?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask you another question. As far as like any artists that may have inspired you, made you really want to pursue a rap career, like who would you say have been your main inspirations?
So like my household was like an R&B and hip hop household. So like I grew up listening to like, was it Blackstreet, Biggie Smalls, DMX, like rest in peace DMX. Like that was like kind of like my go-to people to listen to. And it influenced me to listen to like much more serious artists like J. Cole. I love Frank Ocean. Like he's one of my favorite R&B artists. Anybody that knows me knows I listen to Frank Ocean to death. I reference a lot of his stuff, like because like I pay homage to him. I'm a 90s R&B head more so than trap. So like the next project I'm working on is more like trap soul. So I'm trying to like get in that
A
lane.
Bryson Tiller type vibe, like
Yeah.
soul type.
Yeah. I can't help that. Like I'm obsessed with R&B. So like the next, you think Aquarius was graphic? Like I got a couple other stuff. Like it's like wow. Like you going through it.
So let's talk about what you working on next. Like, are we gonna have a few visuals for the love of Nixx, or are you just gonna go forth and put out like another project?
No, what I'm working on right now is the next couple of visuals. My next visual will be Aquarius, definitely. In the next few weeks, I'm working on that. And then a few other visuals for like I really want to push a float, which is the last track, which is like a kind of up tempo, smooth kind of beat. And then I'm working on a joint tape with my friend I referred to, Lights on Just. I'm working on a tape with him, which is pretty much completed.
And what's the vibe for that? Is that more of like an upbeat type summer thing, or is it like an emotional type thing? How we feeling?
It's like it tells a story. So it's like we talking about relationships and then the aftermath of relationships. So it tells a story. So it's like a few beats that you're gonna recognize. Like they have like some samples, but it's a good project. Like it tells a story from relationship, after relationship, and what I'm doing now.
Okay, so we got like vibes of how you were feeling while you were in it,
Yeah.
vibes of like how you were feeling right after it ended, and
Right.
like vibes of how you're feeling like a little bit of time has passed and now you're back in your own lane and doing your own thing.
Like we got a groove now, so now it's like okay, we got a glimpse of For the Love of Nixx, but now it's like okay,
Yeah.
what I'm able to do. This is what we're doing. This is where our heads are at now, and there's more music on the way.
Dope, dope. That's exciting. So, as far as your creative process, like when you go to make a song, are you more the type to write out your lyrics? Are you more of the type to like freestyle, or?
So it's funny. I'm gonna share some stuff. So I get inspired wherever I'm at. So I used to work in a building, like doing porter work, and I would literally be in the back of the room, like in the compactor room, writing, like the beats and writing,
Yeah.
like writing on anything I could get my hands on, like a box, or I'll rip a piece of cardboard and I'm writing, like whatever. I get inspired like every day. Like I'll just be walking and I'm like, okay, that car, I want that car one day, or something reminds me of someone, and I was just writing. Like I try to get inspired like every day.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you get writer's block.
Absolutely.
And I could say like I had writer's block between like 22 to I'm 28 now. So like between 22 26, I had like a lot of writer's block.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't write about nothing. I was like so focused on the world and me trying to establish myself, and you know, it's adulting. So
absolutely. It's just
like
constantly growing.
I love music so much, and I kind of like put it on the back burner that I didn't know what to write, and then I got inspired. Like I said, COVID ignited me again. Like, but yeah, I try to like. I think it cost me my job being like, you know, just right. But like I had dreams.
Yeah, and you gotta chase your dreams. I mean, definitely keep a 9 to 5. You got bills because we adults. But
Yeah.
But like until you know you break the precipice and you make it to where you're trying to make it to. But you definitely have to chase your dreams. Like you have to make time for the things that you really want to do, you know? And it's tough to like focus on those things when you're trying to like keep yourself afloat. Like you're just trying to pay your bills and trying to make it to the next day and it's like you finally get relief at the end of that month, and then the next month comes and you're like back on the grind, back trying to like pay everything and make sure everything is good. So you don't really have the time to even think about the stuff that you just enjoy doing, like, and the stuff that you really want to do, you know? So it's nice that you kind of, I mean, it's not nice that you kind of had to sacrifice your job, but but it's nice that you like are able to be creative in any space.
It was just like he's my friend. It was like F this job. Like I was like, I'm about to be rich. Like
Nah, but that's the mindset you gotta have. Like, this is not the be all end all because people will get stuck in like some job where they're making enough to pay their bills and not even think about their dreams anymore.
Right.
You can't ever be that stagnant, you know? You gotta like really chase whatever it is that you want.
Of course. I love that you reference a float. That's what the float is about. Like,
yeah.
Last track on the EP.
Mm-hmm.
It's like trying to stay afloat.
I was gonna say, let's talk about that track a little bit more. It's just about like really trying to stay good.
So For the Love of Nixx is really kind of like, you know, you're getting to know me, but it's like I experienced some things and I'm recovering from a relationship, and like I'm not really sure as to like who's genuine around me.
Yeah.
So like I've dated with no strings attached. I've dated like women, gave them the opportunity, and it's like a float came about like randomly. Like I was just like, I'm just trying to stay afloat. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to stay afloat. Whoa. Like, I don't know. It's like a float made sense. Like it was like the finishing touch to the EP. Like it was just like, okay, you see emotions, we're going through it, going up and down. Then you got queries. Just like, whoa, like who hurt him? And then road, and then they don't know. You don't really get to know me. And then the flow is like, all right, I'm just trying to like overcome everything that's against me. You know, the shady people, women taking advantage, or it doesn't necessarily always have to be women. You know, men can take advantage of women as well. But the time, I just feel like I didn't get to trust anyone. I didn't allow myself to trust anyone. So I put it in the song.
So that's I feel like that's kind of like a setup for your next EP because now we're gonna get into like maybe how you're like navigating this dating world, navigating just being an adult and everything as of now. So I feel like we'll get maybe a little bit more fun, maybe a little bit not so much.
So less emotional. I mean, I got a few tracks, a few singles that I'm gonna release, like, you know, as far as like my relationship, but the project I got with my brother is more like that. Like it's more fun. It's more fun tracks maybe you could dance to and stuff like that.
So as far as like your music production, are you into like creating beats and such, or you're more just on the rap aspect?
I wish I had the patience. Don't.
Yeah, I get it.
I focus on one thing and one thing.
I get it. I commend producers because I
It's a lot.
I
It's a
love
lot. I tried. It's a lot.
it's a lot. It's a really it's so much work, and I don't think they really get the accolades they should. But
It's a beautiful art. You know, it's just
yeah,
really sit there and listen to certain people and like, wow, you really said that. And then okay, good take. Like I'm just like, I commend my engineer, Lilo. He's one of the best.
yeah, it's a different type of aspect to the music. I was wondering, is there any other type of aspect that you want to of like the music industry or anything that you would like to tap into after you know keep doing
Um
music and anything like that?
I
Like,
wanna cross over into like, well, two things. I wanna cross over into fashion, like create a line,
mm,
and I wanna somehow start the works of, managing artists as well. So
yeah,
when it reaches that point where I don't really want to involve myself in music other than, building people,
mhm.
like, creating artists' images and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that'll be good for you to do after you've, you know, already kicked on a few doors for yourself, because you'll have the experience and the kind of expertise to really help artists along their way. So
Right.
I like to see that when you see artists transition from just being an artist to then helping develop the next generation of artists, because they have the insight. So why
'Cause
wouldn't
it's really difficult to manage yourself, especially not knowing the ins and outs legally and, you know, booking shows. Like, like right now I'm going through that phase, that stage where it's like, all right, we got to do shows.
yeah,
And then certain shows you're not going to really want to do, or you don't know, you're not sure of the crowd. And I know these are stepping stones, but it's like certain things you don't want to do.
I get
And
it.
I would hope that, when I reach that point, I mean, I'm claiming it, that I'm able to like assist people that are just like me, like that don't really have a clue as to where they're going, but they know they have the talent.
Mhm,
They just need that, that push.
absolutely. And I think it's I don't think people really think about it when they first start making music or like putting music out there, that like it's gonna get to the point where you're gonna have to perform and you're gonna have to promote yourself and you're going to have to like really put in the work to get people to fuck with your shit, because you can't just keep shit on the back burner and just release shit and nobody really knows about it. Like you gotta have people in your corner that are promoting your shit, people that are helping you, like as you said, like book shows and do whatever else. Like management is really, really important when it comes to being an artist. And having
Stream
the
marketing, everything.
yeah, and having good management is what's most important, because you can have managers that are just like, yeah, 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 man, we got it, we good, and you never perform anywhere. Nobody knows about your shit, but you paying somebody for something that they're not really doing. So
Right.
it's always got to research and make sure you find good management and good people to have on your team.
Exactly. And that's what I'm focused. Like, I have some family members that are involved with, and what I have coming up as far as shows and stuff like that. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's different.
You have
I
a
put,
shows you're trying to do this summer or anything?
so as of now for this month, May 29th, I'm at a pop-up.
Okay.
Um, not sure the location. Location is to be announced. Um, but I have a pop-up coming, a hip hop contest event. It's like one of those cannabis things.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um, that's what I have coming up this month, and then hopefully in the next 2 weeks, you see more content as far as like me working on the video for
Mhm.
Aquarius. Um, watch out! I'm gonna definitely be posting some reels of some freestyles I did to some popular songs.
Oh, that's dope.
Trying to work.
What's gonna be the vibe for Aquarius? Like you already got a treatment down.
So, um, someone I'm currently, I'm talking to, we together. I asked her if she would agree to, be a part of the project, and she was like, "Really, this song?" Like, and I was just like, "Yeah, sorry." So, what I have in mind for it is like, the typical back and forth arguing with someone, some foresty scene, like type background, some fog, maybe a rooftop, some B-roll on the rooftop. That's pretty much what I have in mind.
I think that's a good vibe for the song. It resonates with what the song is about. I don't know. It's your song. Don't get me wrong.
I want it to be like I don't want it to be like a typical video. I want it to look somewhat like a short, like a series or like a film.
Like
I want it to I want it to look like that. Like I want the back and forth. I want the talking in between the song, not just the song.
Okay. I thought you meant like while the song is playing, like in the background, it looks like y'all are arguing with each other, but you can't really hear it.
Yeah, you could do it. We could do that in the middle of the song, but I want it to begin. What I have envisioned for the song is like we arguing, we're going back and forth, for like maybe like 2 minutes, maybe a minute, because the attention span of a human can't go past a certain amount.
Because once you arguing for too long, I'm done.
Yeah. Like 30 seconds, just arguing back and forth, and then we start the song. Waking up, call. I get a call. I answer. I'm like, "Hello," and then we'll get into the song, and then I guess a cutoff period in the song, and then I'm still going back and forth.
Like an interlude, kind of.
Yeah, like an interlude. I want to put something I want to put like some pressure on this song because I really want to push this song as well.
I think it'll be nice. I have a bunch of male friends, and I don't think that I ever really hear them be as vulnerable about having their heart broken or anything like that as you were with Aquarius. So I think it'll be nice for someone to hear and feel like, nah, so the men go out here going through the same thing, feeling like they've been done dirty or having their heart broken. I don't think that really gets talked about a lot, male heartbreak. Men just turn cold. And then
just turn cold, right? I mean, I left the cold portion out, like I made myself look vulnerable for a little bit, so I could just reel you in. And I'm like, gotcha. That's your attention now,
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely a different sound than what I'm used to hearing from artists. At least, like you're more used to hearing men brag on like the women they have, but like whatever's good is going on. Not any type of heartbreak. Like at least they leave that for the R&B men,
Right.
Yeah. So that's nice. It's a different feel. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that video once it comes out. I also wanted to ask, what song off the EP are you looking forward to performing the most?
Good question. I performed Motions recently. I don't know if I was lit enough. Like some artists, I don't know if I just didn't have enough drinks.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like I connected with the audience.
You didn't feel like you connected?
I felt like I was posing for the camera, but I realized I'm like, oh snap, there's people out here. And it's not like I didn't perform before, but I was just like, what am I doing? I was like, I don't think I drank enough.
I think, in all honesty, I think that stems from us just having this year being at home and being on the internet so much. We're all camera ready. Like we're all ready to like take a picture of ourselves or record something quick instead of like having the experience. You got to like get out of that mindset and recognize, nah, I'm here for the motion. Like I'm here for the whole entire performance. There's people right in front of me, like live people. I can't just be performing for the internet.
Right. I think my next See, I got so many tracks that I didn't perform yet, and I don't want to mention because it's like I want to strategically put them out. But it's like a float is like one of my like I really want to push that song. So after Aquarius, I'm definitely pushing a float. There's gonna be probably a location shoot. Like I'll probably fly out to do that video. I want like a boat scene for that. But a float is like definitely something I want to perform. If technically
presents itself.
Yeah. Technically, if it's if like where I'm performing is suitable for me to like sound. Cause I recently went to a show and I was like, there was no sound check or nothing. I mean, I'm not a A-list celebrity. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
but there should
like,
at least be
I'm
a
just like,
sound.
y'all just having us go up here, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not playing anyone. It's just like, I'm like, oh snap, like I gotta be prepared. It just opened my eyes. I have to be prepared in the event that shit's not always,
Yeah, like set up
if me,
wholeheartedly.
I just gotta work with the tools I got. But yeah, I definitely want to perform a flow.
Yeah, what do you think is going to be the vibe for that? Like, how do you think the energy is going to be? I feel like people will receive it well. It's like a lighthearted kind of song. Like, man, I'm just trying to
Yeah,
stay afloat.
I kind of really never know the response to what my music is gonna bring out of people. Like, I was like always holding back pushing out my music because in my head I felt like it wasn't good enough. So when I get responses from people, like I get different responses. Like I get like, wow, like I didn't know you did music, or wow, what you're talking about here, like I experienced. Like I get good response. I get like positive responses from Motion because it's like, okay, that's a vibe, men and women can listen to. And it's like not harsh on the ear. Like, I try to speak as clearly as I can on tracks and defer myself from other mumble artists. But don't get me wrong, like I could rap. Like I started rapping. It's just I prefer more soft approach to rap because it's too much of the same stuff out here. Like
Yeah, it's a lot of like rah rough type music out here right now. And I like the soft rap vibe. It gives me like early 2000s type rap vibe, where you could rap along, you may not even recognize that you're talking about going to do something illegal, but you could
right.
rap along and it's just so smooth. It feels good. Like it's the type of music you want to listen to while you're driving around, windows down, chilling.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. And I definitely miss that vibe when it comes to music because I feel like a lot of it is like stuff that makes me like super amped up. And
Yeah.
sometimes I just want to chill.
Yeah, it's like a chill vibe. Like rapping, I mean, I listen to trap. There's certain artists I listen to, but like I I don't try to listen to it too much. Like I favor towards 1990s, early 2000s, like your Usher, your John B,
Yeah,
your Faith Evans. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I do. Like I listen to a lot of old artists, and people say I got an old soul. It's like
I
this is
mean,
what I like to listen to sometimes. It puts me in a good mood.
absolutely. I think that's what's the best about music from like the older days is that it really does just put you in a good mood. Like I don't know what it is, but if I'm
They're
listening to something a little bit older,
like,
I'm just in a good mood. I don't know. It's definitely a vibe though, and I appreciate that you're trying to, bring that vibe to your music, or that's the vibe that you're going with, because it's definitely needed as far as what's been coming out and the artists that are coming out nowadays, at least mainstream. I interview a lot of local artists that are kind of on the same wave, like where they're more calm with their approach to their music and what they're trying to get across. So it's nice, it's different for sure.
so look out. I got a freestyle. It's a bit more graphic track star
Hmm.
with Muski that she's in running. I did a remix. It's graphic
Okay.
but catchy.
It's out or it's coming out?
No, it's coming out.
Oh, okay, okay. What could
Next
we
week.
what could we expect that?
You're gonna raise your eyebrow.
Okay. All right, I'm looking forward to it. I'm always looking forward to listening to new music. And if you're gonna start doing like freestyle type series, that'll be dope. We could
Yeah, I'm doing some freestyles. Haven't decided on the day of the week with my work schedule now, but
I've been seeing
yeah,
that. I've been seeing artists like do that, like either freestyle Thursdays or something. And I really
right.
appreciate that because I feel like that's another way that we could really see your talent. Like you don't always have to go back and listen to the EP. We could just listen to you freestyle real quick on
Right. I want to interact more with people that follow me, like my friends or people that just there to listen to what new material I have. So
yeah. That's dope. Well, I look forward to all your new material, everything that's coming out. I really look forward to the Aquarius video. I feel like that's gonna be a vibe, honestly. That shit, I was like, damn, I feel bad for Brad. It's like, damn, I feel bad.
Like, does he hear this? Like,
I was like, man, you really put this out off the strength. That's crazy. That's crazy.
oh man, so good. Oh, that song is
But
gonna be so forever.
absolutely. I'm definitely looking forward to everything that you're doing. Definitely looking forward to the freestyle series. I really want to see that Aquarius video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it, man.
Thanks a lot, Chels, for having me. I appreciate you reaching out. Hopefully more interviews coming soon, and you'll
Yeah,
see what I got in store for this year.
absolutely, absolutely, man. All right, bros.
All right, take care.